I want to talk about something that I think is very important to me and something that I've been tweeting about all day, and it's this hashtag called Take a Knee. And it basically it sparked on Twitter because Donald Trump decided he was going to disinvite um, Steph Curry from the White House, even though Steph Curry had already told his dumbass that he was not coming. So I don't know how you disinvite somebody who was already not coming, but that's just the level of stupidity we're having to deal with this madman in the White House. So anyway, Trump, with his ego being so completely fragile, and him now trying to use black athletes as his punching bag to be able to gain favor with his white racists, he decides to go after Steph Curry and say, if you're not going to come see me in the White House, then I'm just not going to invite you anymore. That's essentially what he did, like a crying baby. He just got on Twitter and just basically started crying because of Steph Curry doesn't want to go see Donald Trump at the White House. Steph Curry's already been to the White House. He saw the last president we have ever actually had, and that was President Barack Obama. He actually did go to the White House, and he saw him there. And if you listen to the show and you didn't like what I said, you probably should click pause or go watch something else. But yeah, like I did just say that. The last president the United States ever had was President Barack Obama. And Steph Curry did go to the White House. He already saw a president. He doesn't want to go see an imposter. So, disinviting somebody that wasn't going just didn't work. But nevertheless, LeBron James saw that, and he tweeted out and called Donald Trump, "You bum." And that tweet has literally got almost 1 million likes. It might even be at 1 million likes right now. He literally called Donald Trump a bum. So this week, Donald Trump has been called a dotard. He's been called a bum. He was called a madman. I think he was called a deranged lunatic by Kim. So he just, I mean, the names are just, oh, wow. They're just like overwhelming at this point. I mean, he just being insulted left, right, and center, and deservedly so, though, by the way. I have to make sure that's very clear. But this Take a Knee protest, I want to be very clear to all those people who claim that they're patriots and claim that it's an insult to veterans or it's an insult to the flag by taking a knee. If you are truly a patriot, you believe in patriotism, then you believe that individuals have the right to take a knee. See, people act as though freedom is actually free. Part of freedom is the ability to do those kind of things. Take a knee, a peaceful protest against what you believe is an injustice. And we have a raging madman that was in the White House is basically telling people you don't have the right to take a knee. And he actually called Colin Kaepernick's mom a bitch because he called Colin Kaepernick a son of a bitch. So he has actually the audacity to basically, as the President of the United States, insult the Constitution of the United States, which gives you, in the First Amendment, the right to basically freely express yourself. And part of that expression is the right to protest. And when people decide to take a knee, it's not because they are disrespecting the flag. It's because they recognize and respect those veterans and those soldiers and those military personnel and all those people that have gone out there and fought to make sure that they kept this country a free country. And part of that freedom is the freedom to protest. And the reason why people are taking a knee in this country, outside of the fact that they have the right to do so because veterans and other people have fought to make sure this country stayed free. And the rest of us will also continue to fight to make sure this country stays free, even though we have an authoritarian maniac in the White House. But the reason why these protests are actually even happening is because you are seeing unarmed civilians being killed by police. And there's absolutely no recourse. And consistently, those victims are black people. And it's not just black people getting killed. And you can say, oh, you look at the statistics, there's really not that much police brutality. They don't kill as many people. Why don't you go look at Chicago? Because Chicago's so bad, why don't you go care about your own neighborhoods? It's so ridiculous. If a black person kills another black person and they're caught, they're going to prison. If a cop kills a black person, they're walking away and probably getting a GoFundMe account. A man just walked scot-free after being caught on tape saying, I'm going to kill this motherfucker, and then goes and kills him and plants a gun. And that is allegedly a police officer. Those are the kind of things that black people continuously have to see, and the black things that we have to endure as black people that make us so highly offended by people pretending as though it is improper for a person to take a knee and to object to these injustices. Taking a knee is a way of symbolically saying, I don't appreciate what you are doing, and you are not respecting that flag and the principles that surround that flag and the principles that have allegedly supposed to be grounded and rooted in this country. You're not respecting it as a country. And I'm not going to stand up until you do. That is the right of any individual. As a matter of fact, I intend to take a knee every time I hear the national anthem until people want to have a real conversation about the issues we actually are facing as a country. And it's not just black people that are getting killed by police and there is no recourse. It is also white people who are getting killed by police and there is no recourse. There was just a video that was circulating on the internet right now, a man being killed in California, just being shot dead. He was white by the police. The police officer just loaded him up with bullets. No one said anything. You have a kid that's has some mental issues who's killed on a campus, who's I think is gay, maybe might have been suicidal or whatever, but who's killed on campus. It's not just a black and white issue. It is about American people. It's about America. It is about protecting civilians from police brutality. It's protecting people from state action. It's ensuring that everybody is treated equally, no matter whether you wear a badge or you don't. So if you have a problem with people taking a knee and you keep on talking about all the veterans and what they did, my brother is a major, and I think he's a colonel now in the United States Air Force. So don't give me your bullshit. I have people in my family who have been in the Army. I have a cousin who died in basic training. So don't give me your bullshit. Freedom is not free. And when you have an authoritarian, totalitarian tyrant like Donald Trump in the White House, who is telling you that you don't have the right to take a knee, you need to take a fucking knee and remind that piece of shit that you have every fucking right to take a knee. And that those veterans are out there fighting every day, and that draft-ass Dodger that's in there in the White House, when they're out there fighting every day, they're fighting so that you have that right. And if you go look at a lot of the veterans on Twitter, that's exactly what the fuck they're saying. So I'm going to take a knee. And I will comfortably take a knee. And I'm going to take a knee until my knees continue to break. And I said before on Twitter, and I mean this, I'd rather die on my knees than stand up like a coward.